listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Mary Mary After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Mary Mary After Show. Boom!
Gotta get that boom in.
Okay, I just realized that, we were on live and I'm just looking at the TV. not paying attention.
That's what happens when you come on a little early.
Right. I'm sitting there like, okay, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Bing is for doing, and we're here a little earlier doing the AFTERBUZZ Mary Mary After Show a little earlier than we normally do.
Yes, really
but
early.
Nonetheless, we are so happy to be with you. I am Tara Johnson, and with me in the AM hour, we have...
Hello, I am Ashida Onrae.
Well, we're going to get started and kind of take it from the top. We're Season 2, Episode 9, Fight of a Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 4 or 5 episodes left, and the second season is over. Can you believe it?
I'm gonna miss this.
I know, right? The whole family.
I know.
Husband, baby, manager, sister, stylist, whole mess.
Yes, I really enjoy this show. I love watching it. Even though the drama is good drama.
There you go.
It's not negative drama.
Right, absolutely.
It's just communication drama.
A lot.
So yeah, I'm ready to talk about it.
Okay. Well, we start on a good note today, but I will say I think the rest of the episode went downhill.
It went downhill, yes.
Yes, but we started a good note with this episode. We're at Tina's baby shower. Little baby Santana is about 2 weeks away, and she looked gorgeous at her baby shower.
She did. And you know what? She even made a comment saying, I've been so busy, I forgot that I'm getting ready to have a baby in 2 weeks. That's
True.
real busy when you forget that you're having a baby in 2 weeks.
Absolutely, as you have this,
Stomach
baby
growing,
growing. That's there, but she has. I mean, it seems from the show they've been doing anything and everything, all the concerts, and trying to kind of fit it in before she has a baby. So at least we know the context we're dealing with. She's having a baby in 2 weeks. Her son Santana is due. So what's coming up is the big Essence Festival performance. We've been talking about all season. And if you're unfamiliar, Essence Festival is a music festival that's done in New Orleans.
Right.
Every year, it is the largest urban music festival. It has anyone and everyone. It has a main stage. It has side stages. It's hundreds of thousands of people. There are panel discussions. There are promotions. There's book signings. It's anything you could want in a couple days in New Orleans. You can get it at the Essence Festival.
And not to mention Bourbon Street.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Don't forget Bourbon Street.
Yeah, that's not a part of the festival. That's
No,
part of New Orleans.
It's part of the party. It's a part of the party.
And it's always about the party.
It's always about the party. And the beads.
And the beads.
And the beads.
So the ladies are preparing to go to Essence. And so I know the title of this episode is Fight of a Lifetime, but I thought it was really about people attempting to set a lot of boundaries. There was a lot of boundary or understanding conversations. So one of the first ones that came up was with a fitting for the Essence Festival, Gugu, Erica, and Tina.
Right.
And Gugu came in with some clothes. Erica and Tina was like, this just isn't on the mark. We want to go a little more urban this time around. And they were like, we just need to do another fitting. And I think Gugu could have said anything else in the world but the response she gave, and everything would have gone a lot smoother. But she said, Justin is in town.
Exactly.
And I want to spend some time with him, and he's complaining that he doesn't have enough time. And I think I need to give him some more time.
Well, let me ask you this. When you saw those clothes, the choices that she made, did you like the choices that she made?
No, I thought it was, having gone to the Essence Festival several times. And again, there are tons of different acts. I was privileged to see Frankie Beverly and Maze and Mary J. Blige. And so everyone's different, but they're definitely more on an urban vibe, and it's a much more relaxed vibe, because the temperature is 100 plus, even at midnight. The air itself is 150 degrees. So no, I didn't think the vibe was what I remember at Essence, but she did say that is the direction they had discussed before, but somewhere in the mix, the direction changed.
Somewhere in the mix, but my thing was, there was no color.
Right.
And I think that with Essence, you need some color, and it was just mostly black.
It was.
And that's the only thing that I didn't like. Like, she just stayed in just the black. There was no reds, there's no blues, no oranges, you know, nothing to really stand you out when you're taking pictures, when you're on camera, when you're on stage, when you're doing interviews. You know, look at me talking and I'm in a jean dress. But anyway, this is what happens when you have to be on camera early in the morning.
A little different.
Just a little different. But that's the thing that I noticed, that there was no color.
True.
And they even mentioned that there was no color. So I think that she was more upset that she had to go back and start from scratch. But not that she had to start from scratch, but the fact that, okay, now I'm not going to see Justin at all.
Right. And he's already complaining that we don't have enough time together. And now I thought I had this fitting, which means I can kind of scratch that off my list.
Right.
And now I have to start all over again.
All over.
And the lines get blurred in their conversation. I think they start on a professional level going, this is, okay, you're getting a check for this. These clothes aren't hitting the mark. You have to go back and pull some more and come back again. And then it quickly blurred over into, well, I don't care anything about Justin. How you gonna bring Justin up in this meeting? How you gonna bring Justin up in this meeting? I mean, you only know him for 2 seconds. I mean,
it just, and they hit her hard.
Oh yeah, every single time they hit her hard.
They hit her hard. And I was just like, wow, Eric and Tina, y'all going in the paint with this one.
2 for 1. It's a 2 for 1 kind of deal. It's the two of them and her. And I understand. I think the time, like, she was trying to put her foot down and say, look, I know I've kind of done my job based on what we talked about before. I want some personal time. This guy has flown in to see me. You know he's important to me. And they were just like, we're just not trying to hear it.
Well, here's my thing. He flown in to see you, but he flown in right when you taking care of Essence. Like, would you rather have your man fly in once Essence is done? Because then then Erica and Tina is going to take a little bit of a break. So maybe he can fly out afterwards.
Right.
I would think.
I mean,
I could be wrong.
No.
When you miss your man, you miss your man,
well,
right?
You know, and when you can get it in, you can get it in.
Right.
But it's, I mean, he has a busy schedule. He's the musical director at his church back in Atlanta. And, I follow Justin on Twitter. And so, he's done posts of his, like, traveling schedule. So he travels quite a bit doing music. And, he's a musician also. So I don't know. Maybe it was just the only time their schedules could coordinate. But you're right. If that could have occurred, then that whole conversation. I mean, I felt bad for Gugu. I was over in the corner myself, like, balled up. Like, they really went for the jugular.
They did. And this is their first time at the Essence.
Absolutely.
So this is huge. This is important.
This is big.
So I think that if possible, that would have been better. If just to reschedule, so you don't feel, because that's also pressure on Mary Mary, Erica and Tina as well, to look fabulous.
True. At
their first time at the Essence Festival.
Yeah, I understood it all the way around. And I will comment that Erica and Tina did go hard, but Tina did make a point of saying, this is the family and the life this guy is attempting to get into. He needs to kind of make the adjustment, because this is what we do. This is what we're about. Right. We're a musical group. Gugu is our stylist. Sometimes things happen slowly. Some things happen as planned. Sometimes things don't happen the way they're planned at all. And we have to all roll with the punches. And sometimes things aren't going to go the way they want them to go. I'm sure Eric and Warren have the same conversation. Right. I'm sure Teddy and Tina have the same conversation. So I think she had a valid point with saying that if this is what you're trying to jump into, you got to jump into both feet.
You got to just, I agree with you, and I agree with Tina on that comment. And absolutely.
I do think that they had to pull the professional card. Maybe take some of the other personal stuff out of it.
Right.
But she did need to make, do some more pulls.
And maybe she needs an assistant. Maybe Gugu needs, because she's by her. Does she have an assistant?
I don't know. We offered our services before, Gugu. I don't know why. I don't know why you haven't called, girl. We told you we were available. I don't know.
Maybe she needs some help. Like, you go to this store, I go to this store.
Right.
So then she has a little bit more clothes, You know, because when I watch stylish shows, they don't just have just a little bit of clothes. They have a bunch of clothes.
That's tons of things.
So they can mix and match, change it up a little bit. It's not just, you know, a few outfits and then that's it. So maybe she needs an assistant to help her so she can have a little bit more time with her boo.
That's true. But the way the entire conversation started, it ended, I think, a little bit better. How did you feel after the dessert, you know, when Erica met Justin and Google at the dessert shop? And Justin was able to give his explanation / apology for the thing that happened with Mitch. I mean, did you walk away feeling as if things were better with that situation or unchanged?
I think it was better with Erica, not because Tina hasn't had that conversation yet. So I think that it ended on a positive note with Erica. I'm not sure how Tina will handle that conversation. Tina is like a cougar. Like, she just jumps on you. Like, you try to get something out and then she'll say something and you just be like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry.
Right.
And that's all you can say.
But I mean, I think she's consistent.
She's consistent.
Because she said in the show previously, when their other sister Elena, when she first met her, Elena's husband now Des, she said the same thing. I looked at him sideways. Like, I was like, what is this all about? So
they admitted that they look at him sideways because they are afraid that someone's coming into their life to get close to them.
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, my family's not famous. I'm not famous, but if my sister brings a guy home, I'm looking at him cross-eyed or out,
like,
side my eye too, just trying to figure out what's going on.
And it's probably heightened when you're a celebrity. Actually, not probably. It's mostly heightened when you're a celebrity.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know.
And people, you know, have different motives for different things.
They sure do.
So I understand. I hope the end of it was better, but I do understand exactly where Erica is. That is her sister who she loves dearly, and she would do anything to stop her from being hurt, including punching Justin in the eye, which she said she would do.
Right. But I do commend Justin for apologizing.
Absolutely.
I do admit, I commend him that he admitted his mistake.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
so I do give him a high five on that. High five, Justin.
High five, Justin. So a lot of things happen around food because there was the dessert. And then let's go to the lunch between Mitch and Warren.
Oh, right. Let's talk about it.
Well, Mitch's intention with this lunch was to sit down with Warren and say, look, I know we're a team. I'm the manager. You brought me in order to take the girls to the next level. I feel as if I'm always the last person to know. He even said, I don't care if, he's like, I don't have to be the first to know, but do I have to be the last, absolute last person to know?
Right.
It started there. I'm not quite sure where it ended.
Well, it ended with Warren saying, look, you're the manager of the girl, but you're not the manager of me.
Oh, he made that clear.
Yeah, and it just ended like, you can say what you want. I'm going to still do what I want to do. And if we want to go on vacation, when I want to go on vacation, we're going to go on vacation when I want to go on vacation. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Warren,
I think that's where it ended.
Warren laid that down, absolutely. But I felt for Mitch in this instance.
I'm Team Mitch on this one.
I'm Team Mitch on this one because I've worked, at talent management. We've all done internships at those kind of places. And when you email one person, you email like 10 people. You email the entire team. You email publicists and agents and managers. And it's because everyone needs to be on the same page to know what one person or one group is doing.
Exactly.
And I think they're making that really difficult for Mitch to do and to do it effectively because he doesn't know what's going on.
And now, and also too, the reason why I'm more Mitch is because Warren didn't even try to hear his valid point. Like, I am part of the team. I am the top. Outside of the husbands, I'm the one that's putting together tours. I'm the one that's setting the dates. I'm the one that's doing all this work. And you don't feel like, out of courtesy, you should tell me. I'm not saying that you cannot go on vacation.
Right.
I just need to know the dates so I can say, oh, wait, we have something scheduled. Are you able to do it this date? Or I can just cancel it and you guys can go on vacation if it's that important.
Right.
But he just didn't. He was like, oh, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
I know. I was thinking that maybe some of the other conversation kind of spilled over where, remember the last conversation that Warren and Mitch had in the parking lot when he said, sometimes you take tough stuff too personally. You don't let things go fast enough. Maybe that's spilling over because I thought what Mitch was saying was pretty clear. I understood what he was saying. It was just as if Warren I'm not hearing what you, you're Charlie Brown teacher. Womp, womp, womp. I don't hear a thing you're saying, nor do I care to hear a thing you're saying. I'm not paying attention to what you're saying at all.
Right.
No sympathy, nothing.
Yeah. And I don't think that he was being sensitive on this.
No.
He didn't show any kind of being too sensitive on this one.
And it even got to the point where he was like, you're challenging me. So it was like they were drawing their lines in the sand. This conversation went way far left to where I think anyone ever thought it was going to go.
Right.
And the thing that really caught me was when Mitch said, "You guys are a team of 3, and I'm always on the bench." And Warren's response was, "You gotta work that out."
Right. Like, okay, so we can't be a team? We can't work it out? That's what teams do.
Right. No.
Yeah.
You gotta work it out.
You gotta work it out.
Do you think he was trying to test Mitch?
I don't know if that's a testosterone test. I wonder if that's a test like, okay, I'm the big dog. You're the manager, but I'm the big dog, and I want to stay the big dog. I don't know if it's that type of a test or if it's another type of test, but it's like, why test?
Right.
Just coordinate.
Well, Mitch is a fairly new manager. I think he's been around for a little over a year. And I'm just wondering if Warren is trying to say, okay, look, you gotta, just like a dude comes to the Atkins girls, you gotta figure your way into the family. Maybe he's trying to say the same thing to Mitch. You have to figure out your way into the family.
But he did figure out his way. He's doing everything he's supposed to do, but he can't get you to cooperate on dates. So how am I supposed to do my job if you can't cooperate on dates?
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? That's why I don't understand Warren's position on this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
And it doesn't go with the quiet kind of giant personality we've seen with Warren thus far.
Right.
That's why I'm wondering if this is mixed with something else.
Right.
Because this one confused me.
Yeah.
Mitch was really clear. He wasn't personal. It wasn't emotional. Wasn't like, this is going to take me time to get over. It wasn't any of that. It was really, and I was expecting something different because it's 2 dudes sitting down.
Right.
Like I expect 2 men to come to the table completely different than women. Maybe that's just me being naive. I'm a single woman. I don't know.
And Warren was late.
Well, like an hour late.
An hour late.
But you know what? That may be something.
That's a
with
huge
the family.
pet peeve of mine.
I know.
It's huge.
We talked
Don't
about
be
that.
late.
We talked about that. Because
an hour late?
No, I'm not an hour.
No, but Warren was an hour. And then you're
know.
going to talk to me and tell me you go on vacation. And it's like, I would probably just got up. So you know what? We're not having this conversation.
But I think Mitch is in a hard, you make a good point, but Mitch is in a hard place because as Warren laid out the hierarchy in his confessional, Mary Mary is signed to his label. Mitch is Mary Mary's manager, which in essence means everybody works for him. Right. Mitch is aware of that. So what Mitch would do under normal circumstances, I'm leaving, I won't be talked to this way, he can't pull that with Warren. So he really is kind of treading lightly, but trying to get a message across.
Right, and he did say he was trying to tread lightly. I still personally, knowing me and how I feel, just because you are the hierarchy and you are the, I don't want to say HNIC.
It's a Sunday morning, girl.
It's a Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning.
It's coming out.
Yeah, it's just coming out. I get it. You the head brother in charge.
There
HBIC. I'll say
there
that. Head brother in charge.
Let's go with that.
I went back to Mr. Clark on that one. But still, you still have to respect me.
True.
You still have to respect my time, and you have to respect what I do because I still was hired.
That's true.
So.
And I think that's Mitch's theme this season. He's feeling a lack of respect from everybody on the team.
Right.
But even though he's feeling that lack of respect from the team, he pulled through in the end. When they're in New Orleans, they have the charity event, which I don't know who put this schedule together.
I know.
There's panel discussions and book signings and press, but then you're going to leave the Superdome and go to do a charity event and then go back so you can make another contracted event at Essence.
Right.
I would have looked at that not being 8 months pregnant, not having had a kid 8 months ago and be like, Mitch, what is going on?
I know, that was tough.
It was tough, but they wanted to try to do it.
Right, which I understand.
I think it's great that you're trying to squeeze in a charity event.
Right, for your fans.
For your fans while you're there. But clearly this charity event had gone way over and completely off schedule because the ladies were supposed to sing, literally drop their mics, thank you, you know how people do, thank you, drop their mics, get in the car and go back over to Essence. And it was time for the Essence panel to start and they hadn't even hit the stage at the charity event.
Wow.
And Mitch had to make the call.
I had to make the call.
That's what you hired Mitch to do. Mitch had to make the call. What are we going to do? Breach our contract with Essence and completely possibly mess up this relationship with the biggest urban music festival.
Right.
Or leave a charity event, not taking anything away from charity events. But he made the call. He had to.
I liked it. Go on, Mitch.
Well, that's what a manager's supposed to do.
That's what a manager's supposed to do.
And it goes back to your point of if he's doing what he's supposed to do, why are you guys making it so hard on him?
I know. That's the part that I just didn't get with Warren. I really didn't understand that. I didn't understand that whole point. And then I think Warren, you know you was wrong. You knew deep down inside in your Christian spirit bones that you was wrong. You knew what you was doing, but you just had to keep doing it anyway. Because you know people know when they're wrong, but they don't want to show face.
Right.
And so I'm looking at him like, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong.
Where did it come from, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Know.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Warren, let us know. Where did this come from?
Yes.
It just seems so unlike anything we've seen from you on this entire 2 seasons.
Right.
So where is this coming from?
You want more camera time? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. And I was really looking forward to seeing, seriously, men sit down and start a conversation, in a conversation, and I didn't quite get that.
Right.
Maybe next episode.
Maybe
so
next
Warren,
episode.
let us know.
Yes, let us know. What's going on?
Well, if you're confused by this meeting between Mitch and Warren, we hope you're never confused by what we're doing here at AfterBuzz. Right. Because at AfterBuzz, we're doing all these fantastic after shows for you, but we ask that you go to iTunes and download the podcast, subscribe, rate. We're looking for 5 stars from the Mary Mary After Show. I mean, seriously, we do so many different programs. If you watch it, we're probably doing it. And if you're watching it and we're not doing it, then send us some comments and we'll see about doing it for you. But we want iTunes to be there for you. Again, it's a way for you to communicate with us. If you write comments, we'll promise we'll write back to you. So that's how iTunes goes.
Yes.
And we love it, and we love to hear from you. And, we want to hear what you think about the Warren and Mitch conversation.
Absolutely. And if you think Warren was wrong, and where do you think Warren is coming from?
And if he knew in his Christian bones that he was wrong.
Christian bones that he was wrong. I'm like, come on now, brother. You got to represent.
Let us know.
That Mr. Clark was coming out,
She's hilarious in the AM.
I'm the AM.
But I will say the conversation that we all knew was coming, that we all needed to come, came between Erica and Tina. And it's like, Mary, when will they, when won't they? So Erica has decided to take the House Beat the Sound gig. And she's already inked the deal. She attended the ASCAP reception where Mary was honored for all their, prestige and things that happen with walking. That's why we open the show with walking.
And I'm sorry, I want to interrupt. Okay, Warren, I'm really upset with you in that jean outfit. Okay, I know I can't talk because I got on the jean dress. I get it. But when your wife looks stunningly beautiful,
she did look amazing.
You need to represent as a couple. And I get you have your own style, but do not have your own style like that at an award show when everybody's looking at you. Come together, represent, be in a nice suit and tie, and just bring it.
And who knows what happened, because we've seen him in a suit and tie in confessionals. But maybe he was attempting to make another statement to Mitch, because he walked in and Mitch was like, wait a minute, did I get the memo and you missed it, or did we get the wrong memo? Because Erica did look amazing.
She did. She looked stunning.
She looked fantastic. And this was a big appearance for her because Tina wasn't there, because of the fact that she decided to finally take some doctor's advice. Finally. And rest before the big Essence performance. So she set out the ASCAP reception, which is a huge event. But it was great for Erica because it was great practice for her to be on the red carpet and to do these type of things alone. And she had her husband's support.
Yes, she did.
But she didn't seem to be fazed by his outfit at all.
Yes, you're right. Unless they just didn't show that on camera. Well, but I would have been fazed.
The magic of
editing.
I'm
sorry. There's no way that I'm going to look stunning, flawless, bomb, and you coming in a jean outfit at an award show. It just won't go down with me.
Maybe he just rolled out of the studio.
No, I would be like, babe, I'm sorry.
Well, Warren, I'm trying, but if she is giving you nothing.
Yeah, I'm this episode, Warren, and I'm always Team Warren and Team Teddy.
Yeah,
I am Team Warren and Team Teddy. But this one, I'm not feeling it. I'm not understanding. Please help me understand, Warren. What is going on? He said it. I have my own style. But were you being vindictive with that? I don't remember when he said that.
Yeah.
He said, I have my own style.
I have my own style. And Mitch, you're the suit. I think it was a message to Mitch.
I think it was a message to Mitch.
I think it was a one little last, dig to Mitch, because it's like, you're the suit. You're supposed to look this way. I can come in any way I want to.
Yes, you can, but not to an award show.
I think that's what it was. I think it was a dig.
It was a dig.
Good old Mitch. Mitch, you're catching it, yo.
And just to let you know, Warren, we think that men look very sexy in suits. It just brings out something else. So just be sexy, you know.
That's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole.
I don't know if we have enough tape for that.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's for real, right there. That's for real. She preaching this Sunday morning.
I am preaching this Sunday morning.
For real. That is for
in my
real.
jean dress.
So let's get back to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it was great. It was a great sidebar. But it was that performance. I mean, that appearance was great practice for Erica because of what's to come. So now she's like, I have to sit down and tell Erica that not only have I been approached about How Sweet the Sound, I've already inked the deal, and it's going to happen. So before you saw the conversation between the two of them, what did you expect?
I expected exactly what I received.
You met her expectations.
I sure did. I said, okay, this is not surprising, but I would say I understand both parts, but I do wish that Erica spoke to Tina before inking the deal. And I think out of respect, courtesy.
So let's digest both parts, because I think although the two of them didn't seem to hear each other in the conversation, I think we all heard what they were saying. So Tina's point was, I think it's fantastic that you got a chance, that you're going to do How Sweet the Sound.
Right. Did you see what she said? She was like, yeah, great. Congratulations.
Yeah, good for you. However, her problem arose when she said, well, is this going to interfere with anything Mary Mary? I do think that's a valid question. But she entered the conversation from the perspective of, okay, I think my sister's telling me about an opportunity that she has, not one that she's already taken. And when Erica said, well, by now I've already taken it. So if it does interfere with Mary Mary has to adjust. And that's when the conversation adjusted.
Went downhill.
So that's Tina's. Tina's perspective was, I can't believe you inked this deal without talking to me first. And I think that's on a professional Mary Mary level as well as a sister level.
I agree with you on that.
And then Erica's point was, we've already told me I could go ahead and do whatever. This is a great opportunity. Why shouldn't I take it? Because we are having downtime. But I think Tina was saying, well, if this is how you're going to operate in the future, then I'm leaving this group. I'm gonna let you know how I'm gonna tell you, take your dates and make them a solo, and I wish you all the best.
Now that's I think she's speaking from hurt. I don't think she means that. I don't think she means that. I think she just retaliated and is speaking from a place of hurt. Like, fine, forget it. All right, bye.
That's what we do with sisters.
That's what we do. Yeah.
That's what you do with your siblings. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You go from A to Z real
fast,
and you start operating A, B, B, and that's just not a good place. I don't think those are good places to be.
Especially Tina.
You know?
Because Tina's a little firecracker.
All the time.
All the time.
0 to 60.
0 to 60.
1.3 seconds. I think that'll be like the fastest car in the world. I don't know anything about cars, but that sounds pretty fast. But you're right. I understand both sides, and I do. I think Tina has a point. I'm not in a group with my sister at all, and my sister and I discuss a lot of things. But I think if she'd inked something like this without even just telling me, not even asking my opinion or permission or anything like that, but just to let me know this great opportunity's come her way, I think I'd be a little hurt also.
And I also think that Erica, if she would have said, you know what, I didn't think of it that way because you mentioned that it was okay for me to go ahead and take opportunities. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings and it was just a misunderstanding. I will be sure next time to talk to you before I ink the deal. And that would have just eased Tina, and it wouldn't have been any arguing.
I think Erica came from a position of, I'm already on the defensive because everyone had said to her, this conversation with Tina can go pretty poorly. So I think she was already coming maybe with her armor up, because you're right. I think what you said is exactly right. You're right. I hear you. I appreciate what you're saying. I'll remember that in the future. Maybe I did this one reverse, or I did this the wrong way. But I think she was already ready to go into battle with Tina. Like, her hands were up already, that as soon as Tina said anything, it was just like, bam, like she hit she threw a blow, I'm gonna throw a blow. And it just really escalated to something that was, finally was like they went to their mutual corners and said the next time they speak, they need to bring in a mediator.
Well, they tried that. They tried it with, when they went to counseling.
They did.
And it still didn't really resolve anything, because I think that their positions, they're standing firm on their position. I want to be with my family more. I want to travel more. So, and there's no medium, there's no compromise. Well, you know what, you're right. Okay, if you want to take off 3 weeks, then maybe we can try to work things out. You let me know ahead of time or whatever the case may be. But I think both girls are standing hard on their positions and they're not budging.
Right.
And so in this situation, it's the same thing. Tina's saying one thing, Erica's saying another, but not really hearing and saying, you know what, I didn't think of it that way. You're absolutely right. I apologize.
True.
And I know that I'm saying this because I'm not in an argument.
I
know because I'm just at ease and I'm seeing from the person out, you know, outside looking in, and I can just say, oh yeah, it's so easy to say that, but you're not. I don't have the emotional attachment to it.
Totally.
You know.
But I will say that Erica made a couple of points in this episode that I don't think she's ever said before about her solo career. I thought in the beginning of the episode when she and Lorianne were waiting on Tina to get to rehearsal, and Lorianne said, if you want to do your solo thing, we can go. You can't deny when someone's born to do this.
Yes.
And you are born to do this.
Yes.
And Erica's response was, I know what I dreamed as a little girl. And I'm not saying that to say that's not the same dream that Tina had. But when you have that type of dream as a little girl and you see yourself doing something, that kind of pursuit, passion, dream can't be denied. Like you have to go for it. You have to take a shot at that. And I think that's where Erica is right now. She's seeing herself with the possibility of being, you know, doing and exploring something that she's always wanted to do that's been with her since a little girl.
Right.
And that can't be denied. That can't be stifled at all.
I agree. I think she should go for it.
I think she should go for it.
But I think she should talk to Tina first before doing anything and just share your ideas and your thoughts. And if she's like, okay, cool, good for you, then you're in the clear.
Right. I do agree with that. But I mean, I hate the fact that it seems as if, because it's a decision that so many women have to make. Do I concentrate on my career or do I concentrate on my family? And I hate that's the decision that women have to make because there's no right answer.
Right.
You just have to figure out what's right for you.
Right.
And I think that's where
it's juggling.
Yeah, they're
both.
juggling and trying to figure out what's the best thing for them and their family. Because so many people on Twitter and all the fan pages are saying, you know, it's wrong of Erica to possibly go solo. Tina never went solo on her, and you know, Tina wants to be with her family. You should understand that. I don't think they're, you know, saying, well, Tina is wrong, Erica is right, or vice versa. It's, I have to do what's best for me and my family and what I really feel is the right thing for me to do at the time. And
they have, and also too, Erica and Tina are different.
Absolutely.
So Erica has a more drive than maybe Tina does when it comes to wanting to do something solo.
Right.
You know, so it's they're two different people.
Absolutely.
So you have to respect that.
Even though the group is named Mary Mary.
Mary Mary.
They're Erica and Tina.
They're Erica and Tina. They're still different. And one may be more family and one may be, okay, I'm family and I'm about show business.
True.
I can do both. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do both. If I need a nanny, husband's traveling with me or whatever, we're rocking it together.
True.
And, you know, Tina's just different.
And their husbands seem to be different, although they share the same last name.
Right.
They're not related. People have asked that question. But Warren we're in the studio, we're kicking it. Like, he seems to be totally on that also. And then Teddy seems to be a little more like, I think he wants Tina home a little bit more. I think
so.
He enjoys that kind of home life a little bit more. Not that Erica and Warren don't, but you know, they got a nanny, you know, and Warren's in the studio all the time. So they both have great families. They're just different, and they're just handling their families differently.
Exactly.
So we'll see what that means.
See what happens.
For Mary Mary. But I think did we handle the episode?
I think we did.
From the rooter to the tutor.
The rooter to the tutor.
I love saying that.
I know, the rooter to the tutor.
That's like my southern thing. I'm sorry. You got to bear with me. All right, so let's do some news and gossip.
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, I will say we started the episode talking about Tina Campbell's baby shower, and it was gorgeous. If you go to celebritybabyscoop.com, there's actually kind of an interactive picture on there. So if you can click on what the ladies actually have on, it'll tell you what they had on, where you can get it from. So if you want to get the same outfit that Erica and Tina had on for the baby shower. But also what it said is that baby shower happened less than 2 weeks after baby Santana was born. He was born on August 4th. I'm not sure if they're going to show that.
Oh, that's a Leo baby.
Oh, is that Leo?
There you go, Leo.
I don't know if they're going to show her birth on the show, but we have a couple episodes left, so who knows. But she did say after having the baby that he's the greatest joy ever.
Aww.
It's funny how I thought my 5th child would be overwhelming, but as soon as he was born, I felt a great sense of relief and really a great sense of joy. It's unexplainable. it's amazing how much joy this little boy has brought to me. Just looking at him, I smile all the time.
Oh, fifth child.
Fifth child.
Wow.
Yeah. So Santana Campbell, we hope to see you soon.
We hope to see
on a
you
new
soon.
episode of Mary Mary.
Aww.
And also the NAACP Image Awards, they went down on Friday and they were televised, if I'm not mistaken, last night. And Mary Mary came out big. They actually won both the Outstanding Gospel Album and Outstanding Duo, Group, and Collaboration. So we say
congratulations
to Mary Mary, big ups. They continue to get it. Go get it.
Go get it.
And let's do some predictions.
All right, let's do some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Well, it seems like Essence is coming up.
Essence is coming up, and I think it'll be a go.
Yes, I think it's going to be a go.
I think it's going to be a go.
What else do you see happening?
I also see Erica and Tina really fighting because of her wanting to go solo, Erica going solo. I think that's still going to sit with Tina the wrong way for a while because I still feel like Erica went behind her back. I think Tina feels that and didn't talk to her until later.
That's true. I feel like a big Mitch come to Jesus morning is happening. It's going to happen between, I think he's going to try to sit down with Erica, Tina, Warren. A lot of things are happening. Great stuff is happening. They have a tour coming up. Eric solo things are coming up with Erica, and I think Mitch is going to want to dig his heels in and really figure out, where do I fit in here, and are you going to let me fit in?
So you think Mitch is going to man up a little bit?
I think he's going to have to.
All right. Come on, Mitch.
Come on, Mitch.
Man up, Mitch.
Mitch, you know, we want to hear from you too.
Yes,
so
we do.
Let us know. So I think
we knocked it out.
I think we knocked it out.
We did pretty good this morning.
I think so.
Early in the morning.
Woo, take the, pull out my eyes.
Right.
Well, I am Tara Johnson, and it is fantastic to be with you. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TJ Path to Passion.
And I'm Ashida Onrae, and you can find me on Twitter at Ashida Onrae, and it was wonderful being with you this morning.
And as
my crazy self.
As always, you can follow Twitter for the show at Mary Mary After AFT Show, SHOW on Twitter. Hit us up. We're happy to hear your comments and talk to you. So I guess until next Sunday. And I won't be here next Sunday, but Ashida will be here holding it down.
Oh, I'll be here holding it down, but I'm going to miss you, Tara.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to try to call in, but we will see you next Sunday. Have a great one.
And happy Super Bowl.
Yes. Go whoever's playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.